Welcome back to the HVAC Budget Channel. Today we have an exciting new multi-tool to review. This is going to be the Gerber Truss. Now, I have been waiting to get this for a long time, and I'm excited to finally get it. This is on sale right now for around $40 to $42 on Amazon, and it's usually closer to the $50 range. So wait to the end of this video, see what you think of all the tools, and then maybe you'll decide to pick it up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Right away, we've got a pretty nice plier head, and let's go ahead and check out these wire cutters. And they actually do a pretty good job of cutting wire. Obviously, those are small wires, but they do a pretty good job. Then we've got these notches here for gripping bolts and so forth. Those are pretty standard, seem to be all right. And then we have the needle nose plier head. Now these come to a pretty nice point. On mine are slightly off center. Not bad, but just a tiny bit off center. It looks like maybe someone did not polish the edge of the pliers so that they might need ground down a little bit. But anyway, they still work. It's not really affecting the function. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the tool here. Now, one of the things I like is that these aren't open as much as some other multi-tools. The suspension NXT, I believe it is, that I've reviewed in the past is a little bit more open, and I like scales that are a little closed. There's so many Chinese multi-tools that have huge open spots. I actually like the scales to be closed. Again, that's personal preference. I like that these are locking. I like the color of the scales. One of the things you'll notice, this is one of the negatives, is that the Gerber Truss will have smaller outside tools. Now, I almost call these baby tools. This is a huge tool. So don't be confused that it's small. It's actually, I would say it's a large size tool. Again, it's got spring-loaded pliers. That's nice, but I mean, this is a pretty large tool. There's going to be no pocket clip, and that's probably for a good reason because of its size. It's going to be about the same size as the Gerber 400, but it's going to dwarf it in width. Put the diesel up against it, and again, it's not that much smaller than the diesel. And again, it's going to dwarf the diesel in width, and it's going to be pretty thick as well. So the Gerber Truss is nothing to sneeze at. It's a pretty large multi-tool. All right, so when we get to the implements, it looks like Gerber had to make shorter implements because of how this was designed. So we've got a serrated knife. We've got a saw. Now, before I cut myself, let's go ahead and close this up. Now, the saw, again, this is so hard to do on camera, but I mean, it seems to cut in pretty good. I'm not going to cut through the whole 2x4, but it seems to do a pretty good job of cutting, even though it is a shorter blade. And then on the other side, we've got this knife, and then we've got a pair of scissors. Now, these scissors are going to be one of Gerber's better scissors. So these are definitely really nice cutting through. Gerber sort of perfected. It seems like they got just the right blade edge right there. And then you'll notice they rolled this piece of metal so that you have more purchase, I guess you would say, with getting more grip on the scissor handles. So even though these scissors are small, I still think they work fine. All right, so let's actually do this side first. So on the inside of this tool, I think these are maybe two of the stars of this tool. These are fantastic tools. So first of all, let's look at this one. And I really like how long this screwdriver is. Again, it's hard to do this on camera, but and it seems to really, you can put a whole lot of pressure on here as well. So that does a really good job. And then one of the other positives of this is that, of course, you can use the bit kit. This is not Gerber bit kit. This is a Nextool actually bit kit. But anyway, you can use any of these style bit kits, and then that adds a whole bunch of 1/4-inch screwdrivers to your inventory. All right, and then the other tool, this is the screwdriver But actually what I'm the most excited with, and the screwdriver looks pretty nice, is this wire stripper. Now I have to say, of all the wire strippers I have used on multi-tools, this is the best one. So I think it's because you can fold it over and you can use that notch. Let's see here. Need to cut a little bit more off of the sheathing. Again, it's always harder to get things to work on camera, but my, look at that. That does an excellent job. I just can't get over how good the screwdriver is. Now, the Leatherman Surge, it sort of comes out and you lean it over this handle, but the way Gerber has this, you're able to slide the wires in there. It just, it really, really works well. So Gerber did a fantastic job. Again, I think that's one of the few times that Gerber has actually succeeded better than anyone else. So in that implement, they definitely have, in my opinion. All right, then we've got this pretty neat tool. We've got a can opener, a bottle opener. We've got a little screwdriver. Again, I don't really use bottle openers or can openers rather that much, but if you do, I'm not going to test this one out. It looks like it should work, but I'm not for sure about that one. All right, so now we've got this awl, and the awl looks pretty nice. We've got this little edge on here. We've got this, and it seems to be able to dig fairly well into the wood, punch pretty good there. Or you could use that, obviously, leather or whatever you need it to use it for. And then we have got, let's see, we've got this sort of, another baby tool, I guess you could say. So this is a depth gauge, and then we've got a little tiny file. And I guess for your fingernails or whatever, that would work, but that's probably pretty much all you're going to use that for. So overall, I would say the Gerber Truss, there's several things I'm just really impressed with. Now on here, they've actually, instead of putting in the outside, they'll put, you've got your saw right there. They'll put the symbols. If you're too lazy to open the tool, they'll put the symbols on the outside. This is scissors. And then, you got your saw right there, so it sort of helps you out. We've got this lanyard loop right here in the plastic. I wish they had done a little bit more with this plastic, maybe put a tweezer or something in there. I always like little gizmos and gadgets added, but it's all right. So overall, I think this is a really good deal for $40. That's going to be $10 less than Leatherman's cheapest mid-size multi-tool. So I think the Gerber Truss is definitely worth it. Overall, it offers a lot of value. Unfortunately, you've got some pretty small blades, but if you need a huge blade, most people carry an extra blade with them anyway. So as a multi-tool, spring-loaded pliers, amazing wire strippers, really nice Phillips, a really good set of scissors. This pretty much covers a lot of the boxes you want to check. All right, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.